hard drives are not going to fill themselves. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Jetsam and Flotsam. No, Flotsam and Jetsam. Season 1, Episode 14. I am your host, but not the DM, Adam. Freshly returned from China. Is the DM. How is the jet and or lag doing?
Oh, we're still struggling with it a little bit. Yeah. Although yesterday we were thinking about playing, but I went to the gym on Friday going, when I go to the gym, it'll help me sleep. And then I came back from the gym and I had some food. And then I couldn't sleep. My brain is like, oh no, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. You should fucking go. I was playing Sonic Frontiers, which isn't a bad game, and it's not a good game. The Sonic team wanted to make Breath of the Wild like the new Zelda game, but with Sonic. And it's like Sonic games always have this like Sonic characters are goofy looking. Like Sonic has one big eyeball with two pupils, right? Like it's the character design is a little goofy, but they take themselves extremely seriously. Right? Like they're super serious games in what they're doing. And it's kind of like a Dark Souls like Sonic game. Like it's very.
Are you kidding me?
It is a free roaming, exploring, like, because Breath of the Wild is basically Zelda done like Dark Souls. So they're now mimicking the Zelda game that was like mimicking a Dark Souls game as a Sonic game. It's not terrible. It's on sale, whatever, $15. I've put 20 hours into it. You know, whatever. It's fun. But I basically went to bed at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Like, I gotta go to bed. Then I sat in the bed and stared at my ceiling. And then it's like, blessed darkness came.
So if tonight's game goes off the rails because you're tired, the name of tonight's game is Flotsam and Jet Lag.
Flotsam and Jet Lag, possibly. No, I woke up at 5:30 being like, it's time to leave the bedroom now. And I had like maybe 90 minutes sleep. That's why I've left in Discord. Like, this isn't going to work. Like, my system, without like adrenaline, my system was like, no. So I forced myself to stay awake till 9 p.m. And then I locked myself in a dark room till 10 a.m. And we're doing all right. I should be kicking up a notch. My brain will turn on again in an hour here because it'll be like, oh, it's morning.
Good. We need to get all the XP and treasure in the next hour.
Yeah, all the bad decision making. Yeah. There might be some of that.
Mark, how's it going with you?
Pretty good. What have I done? Not much really. We didn't have a game last night, so I went to go see the Furiosa movie. That was it makes me smile still thinking about it. If you like the Mad Max Fury Road, that action is there, but there's not as much, but there's more story. But the story's decent. So, and I don't know if I missed it in the first movie, but Morton Joe's, he's got the sons there, and the big dude is called Rectus because I thought he was a wrecker, but then he's got another son in this movie who's named Scrotus. So I don't know, maybe that little dude in the basket with the telescope, he was the middle child, maybe Taintus or something. But I'm like, oh, he's why would you do that to your children? Why? They're supposed to be respected members of society, and you're naming them Scrotus and Rectus.
Maybe they're nicknames.
That's still
not great. It's the apocalypse.
So I super enjoyed. I put a long list of movies in the Discord. But most recently, like one of the best movies I've seen in a long time was the City Hunter movie on Netflix, which is City Hunter. It's basically a Japanese version of Deadpool, but it's from a comic book that came out before Deadpool came out, and it's basically like it's the detective guy who like is kind of ridiculous, but basically superhuman fighting a bunch of ridiculous criminals and being, I guess the modern terminology would be a womanizer. Okay. He refers to one of his clients as Miss Sweatermelons. It's a very strange film, but it's got that Deadpool kind of energy to it, where it doesn't take itself seriously, but then is kind of serious at moments. It was very well done.
The movie I watched or had to stop last night because I couldn't get through it, and I put it on. I don't want to say I watched the end of it. I put it on while I was doing other things in the apartment just to complete it. Was Atlas, the sci-fi movie with J-Lo in it.
I watched the trailer, and I picked City Hunter over that, and I'm so happy I did, because I was like, hey!
The special effects were amazing, but that was it. Like, okay, we're launching right in. Okay, this is sort of a rough way to... I don't care about any of these characters, and I don't care about the stakes, and it just... All right, your whole character is this concept, but you compromise your own concept in the next scene. It's like, oh my god, this is so... Like, it was so painful. It was very painful.
Cleanse your palate. Go watch City Hunter. And then you're going to go, this is stupid Japanesey stuff. But then it doesn't matter, because they blend it in a way that it's... Just think comic book movie.
Okay.
Just think comic book movie.
But I did have a good experience with one of Ahmed's recommendations. There's a little anime show called Delicious in Dungeon.
Ooh.
It's basically a silly anime about adventurers going into a big dungeon ruled by the Mad Mage. I'm like, they're like stealing from Forgotten Realms. How did they get away from that? How did they get away with this?
It's a vague enough concept, I guess.
Right.
D&D got imported into Japan. Like JRPGs are from D&D, where they have a different die system, but they imported, like, it's very popular in Japan.
Yep. I liked the characters in this stupid little anime more. I liked some of the bit characters in that anime more than any of the characters in the Atlas movie.
The Atlas movie, I watched the trailer, then I watched it again because it's like, get ready for Atlas. And then it's like, you should watch Atlas now.
I didn't think in a short span that there would be a big ticket movie that was worse than the fucking Rebel Moons. But this one, apparently there are new lows for us to plumb because that.
I just saw a movie about giant fighting robots, and I didn't want to watch it. And Adam loves giant fighting robots.
It has like it reminded me like you're sitting there on the couch watching somebody else play a video game about fighting robots. And you didn't sit down from the beginning, so you don't really care about any of the characters. Like, that's how fucking mind-numbingly boring.
I want to bring this all together.
That being said, thanks everyone for tuning in to watch us play a game.
I'm not saying that the shit that we do is the height of fucking culture, dude. This is what the 4 or 5 of us enjoy doing, and apparently people will tune in. Like, there was no claims. There's never been a claim that we are any high watermark for anything.
Our budget.
But I do refuse to do a whole show where we're going to roll for our fucking hit points, because I can't. I cannot. Like, you must think your fucking farts smell like roses if that is.
But
I refuse to do that. No.
Excitement. It could be a 1. It could be a 9.
If I ever do that, you can call me a sellout or fucking just hate mail or whatever.
So the budget of the film that we were discussing is rumored to be between $100 and $120 million.
Dude, what I could do with $120 million?
What you can do with $120,000? Yeah. It's currently.
I'll be honest. Give me $120 million. The only thing you're going to see me do is disappear.
Oh, Mark wouldn't play with us anymore. You go find some rich.
I'm
friends.
rich.
He hires people. Mark now LARPs on Mark's LARP Island. Where he hires people.
He hires
to be the
people and
people.
makes them stay in character, like it's some some
Your
weird
character wouldn't scratch.
some
You're
weird
fired.
quasi-historical
Supposed to be tough.
tourist trap, but just for Mark.
Just for Mark. No, I'm
Funny. All right. Why don't we do a recap what happened the last couple of games? Because I think they tie together. 2 games ago is called the Dingy Solution. The party places the Dead Man's Lament, which is that horrible artifact we seem to be lugging around because we're greedy. We place it aboard a launch and pull the smaller craft far behind the ship. Ganzorig is contacted by the Green Archaeologist, who seeks the artifact. Molgromere regales the crew with tales of myth Niridstrani, a fabled lost city of Jade. En route to the Shackles, the Promise comes across a guild rum ship. The Promise unfurls its pirate colors and attacks the rum ship, intent on seizing her cargo. Last game was called Thanks for the Rum. The Promise attacks the rum ship, but the curse of the Dead Man's Lament interrupts their acts of piracy. Chaos ensues aboard both ships as the thralls of the artifact come for their due. Several members of the rum ship join the crew of the Promise, including a drunkard monk named Banta. And while we took not everything that we could from the rum ship, we took enough and sort of gave them the curse. The rum ship is no more, and our boat is still soggy. It's not good. We're I don't have the sticky net. 9 or 8 days away from. I think we're around the rum ship. We were at like the halfway point between the nearest island and the Shackles.
It should be 9 days.
So if it's the day after the rum ship, then we're in the 8 days away from the Shackles. 10 days away from the close island.
Yeah, 10 days away from the western coast. Basically the Jade Empire. Okay. You've collected your new crewmen. We should be. Let me just do tool. Enforce players to current map. Tools set players in current view. You weren't able to. You have cannonballs, but no cannon. You have one of your ballistas has been damaged and is in dire need of repair. You've got some minor damage to your hull. You've got a whack ton of high proof rum. So getting drunk, easy.
So I figured I went digging for what the value of that is. So rum value is approximately 2 gold pieces per gallon. You can tell me whether that's not right or not. It's kind of, I couldn't find rum specifically. I used mead, which is, I don't know.
Mead would likely be cheaper than rum, so I think that's probably we'll work with it for now.
At 75 gallon capacity each for a barrel and 30 pounds empty, 2 gold pieces each. I figured out what I worked backwards from the tonnage that you gave us into how much fits. So basically we have 48 barrels of rum at 2 gold pieces per gallon plus 2 gold pieces for the barrel itself. Is 7,296 gold pieces worth of rum aboard the ship.
I love it when the world comes together to make reasonable numbers.
Yep, I did this math and went, huh, that
seems about right.
That's lucrative enough to do, but not going to one.
It's lucrative enough to do, but then you have to subtract it's like the transportation cost, right? So you have to buy it and then sell it, and yeah.
But if you went, here you go, party of 10 PCs, $7,000, it's not going to break the game. It doesn't break the game.
Your number comes I'm glad the numbers for the boats, because this was done based off of the monster data sheet for a boat.
Yep.
And the in-game currency for. I'm glad the numbers work. It makes me feel happy on the inside. Yeah.
Now,
And we have 30 days of food, which is also the important thing that we took.
You were really there for the food.
Before they didn't need it anymore.
Quick question, Marty. That number, that's under normal currency, not under our silver is gold and...
Yeah, we're not doing the silver is gold in this campaign.
Oh,
you're thinking about Manticore?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting my worlds mixed up.
We also did that in Grand Temple.
And previously, Adam has done that in almost every game he ran. Everything that wasn't in Forgotten Realms. But just because I don't like how the currency works, because your coppers are actually meaningless even at first level.
Yep. And then I think we're moving one of the ballistas from the back to the side, and we're leaving no armament at the back at this point.
Okay, you can assign your crew to move the ballista. It does take a few hours of work to take it down and set it up, and there's some checks involved. I think Sunwoo probably needs to oversee it because you don't have a large number of craftsmen. And training your crew on siege weapons, one of the things that would allows you to do is get them to like plunder siege weapons as well as set them up.
So is that knowledge engineering, or is there a specific need for craft siege engine?
I believe it's craft siege engine. Give me 1 second. My machine had a very terrible reboot that had... It's still kind of recovering. I might need to replace this. Give me 1 second. It's the constructing. It is craft siege engine.
Okay, Sunwoo doesn't have any ranks in it, but with his tools, his int, and a crafter's fortune, he'd have a +11. So take 10 would be 21.
So you're not allowed to take 10 if you don't have a rank.
Okay.
But the DC is 10.
Okay. So
you need people who just need to know what they're doing, and I kind of like the rule. I kind of like the...
Next level, he'll take a rank in it so that he can be more useful.
It just as a thing, Adam kind of likes you need a rank in the skill to take 10 is like a neat thing for like climb checks and balance checks and that sort of thing. Okay, so you've basically looted the ship. It's the night. You've basically raised your sails. There's some rowing to get going. You've raised your sails, and you are beginning to sail away from your nightmare? Question mark. What are you? You're still heading to meet up with the Green Lady, or are you choosing a new fate?
Well, what are we gonna do? We need to tell her that I think the heroes are gonna talk first before we send Molgromere to go deal with the captain. I'm just gonna move us to our sleeping area. Where is everyone?
All right. Banta is currently drunk in the corner over here. He's not in the room.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, the dead man's lament was the thing that my girlfriend wanted.
Oh, is she your girlfriend now?
Oh, I think so.
I mean, she gave you a griffin. That's got to be a sign. I don't know how your people do it, but if somebody shows up and gives you a horse.
But we sort of told her that we were going to drag that thing there, and well, I saw what. I'm assuming Ganzorig saw what.
Ganzorig was in. Did you board or were you in the crow's nest?
He was in the crow's nest.
You were in the crow's nest. Your base perception is 15, I think. Give me a second. Let me get my. Speaking of
plus 13.
Plus 13. Yeah. Okay. So roll d20. Don't roll 1.
15.
Okay. Yeah. You yeah. Molgromere was fiddling with the rope, and he looked like he was going to save himself with the rope, But then he tied the rope you thought he was going to save himself with to the other ship. And you're like,
Does that mean that boat? Well, that boat got cursed, obviously. I think we're still cursed.
how can we still be cursed? They have the item. They have it now. It's
They're
theirs.
doing the fucking thing now.
Sun Wu's gonna do a little show and tell with a tinder twig.
Okay.
I will subtract a gold piece of alchemical components. He'll whip together a tinder twig. Oh, check this out! And he will light the match and then like stick it against the edge of the boat.
It just goes out. It goes out with like a little wet hiss.
Why is our boat wet? Molgromere, is it normal that boats are always wet?
We're at sea. It rains.
Yes,
On the inside?
we're at sea. I don't know why you're so worried about the wet boat.
Oh no, I think I know what Sun Wu's talking about there. The fireball that almost killed me and Krimlir. It just poofed against the sails.
Okay, but was that before or after we moved the item? The dead man's lament, huh?
Is the boat still wet?
The boat is still under a abjurative aura. Like your detect magic clearly shows that you have magic.
Sun will cast detect magic, show it again, and then relight the tinder twig, and then show the
But
magic.
you see that the magic actually flares up a little bit as the twig goes out.
There.
Maybe
see?
we are just keeping some of the benefits of it. Besides, give it a day or two. The curse will figure it out.
I don't think we should go about normal behavior. Sorcery, says Black Dog. Yep, in this case, you're actually correct. Sorcery. Hmm?
Are we supposed to cheer for sorcery or against sorcery?
No, it's the bad stuff. The
Sorcery.
curse magic.
It's sort of copying Black Dog's body language. Sorcery.
Yeah, totally.
Black magic, necromancy, curses, dark magic.
That's all three. Bad stuff.
Is Katano in fox form?
Where is he? No, he's
No,
in
okay.
He's in his kitsune form.
Oh,
he's actually in his kitsune form.
he was going to lay down, so, as I recall.
he's kind of cute, isn't he?
That's right. That's what all the ladies say. Cute little Gitano. Stealing hearts and everything else.
Little.
What if that boat full of newly formed undead people come after us? We're the closest target, right? We took the rum. So, if they were angry at us in life, wouldn't it mean they're angry at us in death?
What if they got for rum if they all dead? I don't think that's what he means.
Grimsby has this very, if they believe the rum is theirs. If they believe the rum is theirs, then we might have an issue.
Dead people don't drink rum, do they?
Dead people don't spend coin either.
Oh. I guess that's true. You could go to your god's afterlife and drink in the heavens.
Grimsby is going and fetching a vessel full of rum from one of the rum barrels. He's putting it down in the middle of the room and making a religious sort of gesture about it.
Okay, Jin is watching what Grimsby is doing. I don't think he's interested in...
Alright, let's see what Grimsby's got. How do we know? Can we tell if we have now cursed rum?
Well,
We're going to detect poison. And let's just...
I think the party's already been
Isn't
drinking
rum
it.
and isn't rum technically a poison anyway?
That's what I'm checking. It's... All right. So... Is poisoned or poisonous? Okay, so actually, I want to... Marty...
Mm-hmm.
At what point does alcohol become a poison in... Because generally, this is actually like a Martyverse thing. So in Adam's world, strong spirits are generally considered poisonous. Anything that you could actually die from alcohol poisoning by drinking. But that's just Adam's logic that is being applied to a thing, right? Where I would basically go, beer... You can't drink the beer to death because, good God, nobody's stomach's that big. You can drink the.
Well, you can. Oh yeah,
vermouth to death.
you could drink beer to death over a long period of time. I think it's anything that requires an immediate saving throw. When it wanders into the territory of like you're drinking turpentine, you might go blind.
Like absinthe might qualify.
Yeah. There's a certain strength where it probably does register as poison.
Oh, okay. So, it is not detecting as poison. Where Grimsby is then going to go to a... Detect
poison also lets you determine what kind of poison it is. So you could also say it detects as poison, but you make your will check.
But the DC 20 wisdom check.
And the type of poison is wine. It's fermented grape.
Which is what Adam would always have it that way. But there's been a number of times where it's like, no, I refuse to accept a drink from the king. It's poisonous. It's like, your spell works like this. I refuse to drink it. The king is trying to poison me. Like, all right, I'm gonna go sideways. Yep. Okay. So. It does not appear to be a poison, or Grimsby saying it's not poisonous. There's a bit of a snort where it's like it's not dwarvish, doesn't come up with poison.
Someone will detect magic on the rum.
Okay, and he's detecting magic. You're detecting magic. We're detecting magic together. Mark, could you roll a percentile check?
$11.
Okay, give me a caster level check for Sunwoo, and I'll do a caster level check for Grimsby.
Caster level. Okay. 14.
You don't see a... There's no magic to be seen upon the rum. There's no magic on the rum.
Well, half of us have already drunk it. All of us are like losing breath at this point in time. Black Dog did not partake. I don't think Jin drank it, but I think there was a bunch of us that were drinking.
There's a bunch of people who worship alcohol, and we had a holy divine.
Well, there was a whole scene where we were drinking with Banta too. So
yep. If we were to get cursed alcohol, that would be effectively a sign from the gods that piracy is wrong. I mean, we did a good... Okay, aside from the undead... Aside from that bit where the ship sunk, up until we got to that point, we were doing, like, really well as pirates. Like, maybe one guy died. It was not bad. I mean...
I don't think we're going to be...
It was pretty good, yeah.
I don't think we're going to be judged for partial actions. I don't know. I still feel pretty crummy about what happened.
It's the...
Oh, yeah, so do I. We lost my sweetie's little trinket thing. The dead guy in the box.
Well, you know where it is.
You got to be careful around that powerful spellcaster. She might turn you into a toad or something like that. Oh. You're just jealous. No, I'm afraid.
No, maybe she's already in his head. Controlling his feelings. Sorcery and all.
No, he's always like this. He might not turn you into a toad, might turn you into a stallion. Hmm?
Oh. Okay.
Karen's making a lewd gesture in the corner.
You're gonna trip on it. I get it.
Ganzorig says something rude in Acunian that's effectively horse fucker.
So, yeah, do we know for sure that the boat, I mean, it sunk. Maybe they got out. Maybe they swam to safety.
The nearest island is 9 or 10 days away by boat. Nobody's swimming anywhere safely.
You can only cling on to wreckage for so long.
We did leave him a dinghy.
Aren't we? Yes, aren't we merciful?
I have a bad feeling the curse isn't broken.
Okay, you know what the curse is? Your negativity. It's been an hour.
No, the curse is the undead guys and the big serpent.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the curse.
There's more than one curse at play here. First mate Molgromere is correct in saying that negativity can be a curse. It's a curse of morale amongst the crew. So put on your happy faces. Grimsby has never smiled, like, ever.
You don't really know how to smile, do you?
No, he's doing it right now. That's his smile.
No, that's more of a grimace.
Yep, that's his smile. That's as good as it's going to get.
I think I see it. His eyebrows are a little bit higher than they, just a little bit.
Okay, stop that.
When he scowls, that's when it's scary.
I'm not going to get any sleep tonight if you keep that up. So if we do continue to the island and meet this powerful archmage that can cast acid clouds and say, whoops, sorry, we lost it days ago, way back there. What do you think's going to happen? Oh, she's not going to be happy, that's for sure. Exactly.
We should bring her a present.
Well, that's a good idea.
We got some fish. We got rum. Maybe she likes rum.
Maybe you should give the griffin back.
No. I don't want to be an orc giver.
Ooh.
I have a question.
Well, when the orcs give you a thing through trade, they just come back because they know you've got it and raid your village later. Take it back.
Molgromere looks like he does not like what you're saying, but in the end, yes, this is mostly true. Many times we did this.
Okay. Ganzorig was expecting like much more resistance to this. Oh, he's a little off kilter, not knowing how to handle the Molgromere and his charisma. So we kill her. That's what Black Dog says.
No, that's not what. That wasn't what I was going to say.
We pretend it's in the box, and we get close. We put an end to this sorcery.
That's not the worst idea.
That could go wrong 100 different ways.
Well, we could just go to the shackles. There's a bunch of islands, right? We could just... Whoops. we go about our business.
That should be hunting us. I'm just saying it's a problem.
Don't think of it like hunting. Think of it like a big game of hide and seek.
I like that, as opposed to killing her. And she'll know. she'll know that we didn't show up. She'll think we still have it. And then she'll hunt us. True. The only way to recover from that is to set an ambush. But then she knows. It's risky. Well, what you propose is the riskiest thing I could think of. No, maybe she'll just tell us where to go look for it again. It's back at the bottom of the ocean.
We know where to go look for it again. We don't want to have it again.
That's assuming that it doesn't... The ghost boat was getting closer to our boat every night. And on the night that it came really close to us, it had another victim. I think the ghost boat was going to merge with a boat. I have the sneaking suspicion that that boat's coming back full of pirates. That fucking pirate ghost wanted a crew. He's got a crew now, so what are they going to do? They're going to pirate.
He should be happy and thank us for the crew we gave him.
That's not how they think. Do you think that guy's going to say thank you? Who killed the ghost guy the first time? It was Sunwoo, wasn't it?
It was Sunwoo, yeah.
I blasted him to bits last time. You think he's gonna go, well, thank you, Sunwoo, for burning me with positive energy. For Katano's positive energy. See?
I wasn't even there. You can't blame me. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what you was doing with that.
Right.
That's right. So it's all you. Okay, very unpopular, potentially unpopular suggestion. If the ghosts are still angry, we offer them monkey.
No.
Grin frowns.
I am feeling no from you.
Unless by which you mean monkey, your familiar chum chum. Sure.
My beloved chum chum. No.
That's the only monkey that is here. Said he was baring his teeth.
You should don't show your teeth like that. It makes you look more like a monkey. Says Karen, whispering across the stage.
You quiet, you hairless ape.
You know how strong I'd be? Apes are so strong. Ah!
Yes, the monkeys are strong.
It is not up to us what our next course of action is, says Jinshe. It is the captain's decision.
Grimsby looked like he was about to agree with Jinshe, and then for a moment he looked like he disagreed with Jinshe, and then resigned back to no, he agrees with Jinshe. Just this little flurry of little emotions.
It sounds like there are several courses of action. One is to reconvene with the green elf and explain to her what has happened and hope that she is merciful. Second, to go to the shackles upon our own business. Of course, with the threat of having her come looking.
Okay, I know you are still studying the humanoids and everything, but, well, the concept of compassion is not unheard of among our people. The concept of compassion among people who fly pirate flags, very, very uncommon.
Interesting.
We're bucking the trend.
There did seem to be a sense of honor when we had the upper hand with the people who were ferrying the rum. Should we not expect the same mercy from one who is stronger than us?
No. At that point, they will put their boot on our throat and press down until we give them what they want.
When we do not have what they want?
Then they will either kill us or make us find a way to get it.
I see. What makes them different from us?
One of their people can use a spell that puts a poison gas cloud across the entire deck to kill us all. That's a very big difference.
So the more powerful
Other
one,
than that, not much.
the more powerful one is, the less honor they have.
No, not necessarily. But the more powerful one is, the less likely they are to negotiate.
Ah, yeah. I think I understand.
Hey, honor boy. Karen's talking to Black Dog. They're talking about your thing here. What's your opinion to the big...
Oh, yes, honor boy. Please tell us about your ambush.
I'm sure we have another box. It's about as heavy as, like a man?
Yeah.
It's about as heavy as a man. We load it with some of the ballast. We lock it up pretty good. Tie some ropes around it. Get a couple of us strong guys to carry it aboard. Get close to her. And then strike.
So you want to attack her and the whole crew?
I'm not afraid of their crew.
If they've got a group of people like us, maybe you should be.
If we cut off the head of the snake...
He's not talking about you. This Karen to Jinshe.
Jinshe like gives you like a look. There's like sort of a puff from the neck. Like Jinshe didn't think that he was.
You get a smile and a nod from Karen. Yeah, part of the team, bud.
Otherwise, she'll be hunting us. If she's hunting us, who knows what sorcery she can bring to bear. Oh, I don't like this plan. I don't want to kill her. I'm sure she'll be merciful.
You know there's more women in the world, right?
She's an elf. She knows how to use a bow, and she raises griffins. This is a magical woman.
Well, okay, the first two parts, an elf that knows how to use a bow. That's not impressed so far.
Okay.
The raising griffins, you don't know that she did that.
Yeah, she told me.
Oh, sure she didn't lie to you?
She has her own griffin.
Maybe she buys a griffin.
Okay, she still knows how to ride them. That's good enough.
Well, you have very low standards, my friend.
Oh, low standards works.
Is it because she has whole space? Is this why you like her so much?
We shouldn't kill her. She wants.
You're right. We should not kill her. He looks at Black Dog.
I don't think anybody needs to die. Unless they really need to die, but she didn't do anything bad yet. She just was looking for the old guy and the statue. And we lost the statue, but things happen.
Okay. Let's be honest. What does this statue do?
Curses boats.
And?
Turns you undead.
Mm-hmm. So all this necromantic evil things it does, and she's
putting his hand up.
Yes, Karen.
As the big thing that comes out of the water and grabs you.
Yes, that too. It has the big sea serpent thing. Yes, all these evil, terrible things it does, and she is looking for it. For why?
It has an entity inside of it.
Yes. And why does she want all of these terrible things?
To study the
Is it-
entity.
No, she does not want to study the. She wants to use the entity.
Harsh as the sun may be, it is also a grower of things.
Sure. Can you grow things with necromancy? He's looking at Sunwoo. Like, I don't know.
We were
Can
upon
you?
a ship with the remnants of death animated to do the tasks.
Believe me, the only thing that grew was my tolerance for the scent of decayed flesh. There was no life there.
Does life mean to be alive?
Jin is looking at the dwarf.
The dwarf is going to summon his little bud, because it's unlikely we're going to be attacked in the middle of the night. I don't have a token for this. Give me a second. Let me see if I.
He summoned something?
Yeah. He basically, his skeleton walks out of his body. It's just a copy of it's a skeletal dwarf.
Let's see if we have something in the...
Has Molgromere seen this before?
You know he can. You've seen him do this. You know that he could either he could basically zombify himself as a duplicate, or he can skeletalize himself as a duplicate.
That is disgusting. I hate it when you do that.
you know it doesn't. It only lasts for a few like a half a minute.
It's undead looking.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know if he wears armor.
Well, that one's good.
There we go. I kind of like the. I like the top guy.
The old school. That's like Planescape 2nd edition art.
Yeah.
I like that one. So this is Grimsby's buddy.
And it walks out of his own flesh?
It walks out of him.
What happens to Grimsby when this happens?
He's got a spare.
Katana flips out of his hammock.
Not a summon. Well, it's technically a summon, but it's a standard action. Like it's not a. Like a
Jin moves to face it, like he doesn't quite trust it. I don't know if he's ever seen this before either.
Okay. Yeah, and it lasts for 18 seconds. So it comes out. Hey, Karen's pulling out a mug. Just the Grizzly buddy gives a little bow. So, did I make it? Is it alive? Is it not alive? Alive? It's moving around.
You're a necromancer.
Just
The hands on a watch move. The watch is not alive.
just smell like one. A few moments pass and it crumbles to dust.
Fucking gross.
I could have showed them the fleshy one, but it's, you know.
No, that one's worse. That one's worse.
It was a spell, so you completed a spell? Maybe?
Give me a second. It is from the... give me 1 second. It is... Nope, not a spell. It is not spell-like. It is supernatural. So, we all got our little things, but that's pretty certain this is necromancy. I've been doing it since I was just a little guy. You know.
Oh, that's creepy.
Well, it's hard to play castles by yourself.
Yes, I keep telling you, you're not making friends with that party trick.
You can finish a game of castles in that amount of time? It's crazy. Takes weeks to play a game of castle.
Sunwoo climbs down from the wall of hammocks. Like he climbed up and like to hide from it, but
So, just because it's necromancy doesn't mean it can't make something. Like my buddy.
Yeah, I didn't say it couldn't make something. I said it's not alive.
My buddy was there, and he bowed to you. He had a beard.
Just because something moves doesn't mean that it's alive.
is it smart?
Well,
So it follows your commands.
I usually win.
So wait, you played a game of skill against a creature that doesn't have a mind?
I was lonely.
Oh.
And it took him weeks to win.
Oh. So feels bad for Crispy. I'll play castles with you.
He nods.
He'll play an int. I'm assuming an int game.
An int game, yeah.
Yep.
He'll absolutely crush Grimsby's hopes and dreams. Although he's got a 14. He's not he's not a stump. But necromancy makes things. And you don't always need to souls and shit always involved. It's not the point.
Okay, but you've seen what the box does.
Yep.
It uses souls.
Yeah.
And Joey corrupts them against their will.
It kind of gives like a yeah, it kind of seems to be doing that.
Can we all agree this is not a quote unquote good thing?
It's not a good thing. It's like no.
So then, can we at least agree that her wanting this thing is at least suspect?
We should ask her intentions.
Perhaps necromancy is the only language it understands.
Well, I do not speak dead.
So perhaps it is the only language that can transpose the barrier between its prison and the outside. I'd be very interested in seeing what the proto-being does with the undead that it has created. To what
Well,
end?
with any luck, we'll never know.
The point
Mark knows better, of course.
the point I'm trying to make is that the boat's still cursed from the artifact and we're the closest victims. Potential victims. We're fine. We're all fine.
I mean,
No nightmares.
we still have we have a victim in the hold, don't we?
We shall. Jin forgot about it, and he's gonna go check on Dude Pants.
Didn't they recover when we got rid of the...
Dirty Gertie. One of them recovered. We don't know if this guy's recovered.
Yeah.
He's gonna go down and check on Dirty Gertie.
Okay. He still hasn't had a full shift off. He doesn't seem to be any worse. He still is underfed. He's not eating properly.
Yeah, he gets force fed by the grappling snake.
He gets mama birded by
wrapped in coils.
Sure, not like that.
wrapped in coiled and
Yep.
funnel shoved in. Okay, Jinshe makes a slightly aggressive heel check.
Yeah, a few minutes later, he comes back upstairs and says, "No change."
Jinshe, give me a heel check
Sure.
on the way by.
32.
32.
Yeah, we rolled well.
Okay.
Sorry, 30. Unless the kit was involved.
The dude who's passed out by your door is like near prime physical specimen. Like just as a human, physically, he is almost perfect. Like big, strong, tough, definitely worn, and certainly consumes too much alcohol.
Yeah, Jin, as a healer, probably knows that people's decisions can affect their their health.
And, give me a second. And Jin has monk stuff, right? He's a local monk.
Jin is a Totori Monk 3 Shaman Speaker of the Past 3.
All right. So you recognize someone who is also like trained physically. There's a chance this man might be trying to like embalm himself while alive, or he might just be a drunken idiot. Both are like possible, but he might be trying to achieve the purity of body, or is it the diamond body? He trying to
Purity.
the diamond body, where you are immune. He would eventually make himself immune to alcohol. Don't know if you care.
No, he will keep an eye on Banta. He's not going to do anything right now. He's not going to disturb. If he was just some drunk guy, he might have actually tried to assist him a little bit. But if he's doing this on purpose, then
there's a chance he's doing this intentionally. Like,
yep,
that there's reason behind the madness, not just madness.
It also, for a 32-year-old, he looks pretty old.
Oh,
There's some rough living in here.
Don't zoom in on his beard.
No.
Half of his charisma penalty comes from that beard itself.
Yep.
It's the spiderweb beard.
Now, Jin will leave him be, but he will just keep an eye on him over the next few days.
So is he better? Gertie?
He still hangs between himself and the artifact's whim.
That's a no. Okay. Maybe. Does anybody have like a carrier pigeon or something? We could just like leave a note. Sorry, lady. Sorry, green lady. It's at sea. What are your intentions with Ganzorig? Have a nice day. He's like,
yeah, long-range communication spells are pretty powerful. It's nothing I know. No, I don't know any birdie spells.
The sheep has nothing for that.
Oh, maybe tomorrow I could make an animal messenger.
Second circle spell, first circle for rangers. So
I have to make it go to a spot I designate, though. I don't know where she is. Is just her boat good enough?
Definitely not for you.
Oh. Duration 1 day per level, though. So with our I think we should house rule that ranger caster levels are just their level.
Yes. Done.
Same with paladins. They get all the weird casters.
And if there's any spells that get broken by that, we can fix it when we get there.
Yep.
Your bless weapons
So
or something
4
like that.
days. It could fly around for 4 days looking for a boat. Or there's no chance a little birdie like that finds the boat automatically, but eventually it might.
Mm.
Are we being followed, or are we the green lady following us, or is she heading ahead of us, or well, I don't know. Birds fly faster than boats anyways. We learned that the other day.
The navigator, the navigator might know. Where do we think on the? We narrow down where we think the green lady is on the charts.
Oh, I might need the captain's help to figure that out. Or Molgromere, could you help me out with that?
Yeah, I'll go look. Sure. Molgromere will auto aid. Oh, I guess if I roll though, it have the possibility of.
You can have super aids.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go up.
I got a 1.
So you aid.
And this would be
He glances at the map. Yeah, you're good.
knowledge arcana to do navigation, or
You could use a knowledge arcana. A knowledge geography would be kind of the right way to do this.
yeah, he doesn't have geography. He's
Okay,
still
before we roll, Adam has in mind a number of clues that you have as to the location or a way to sort of put out some circles on a map. I'm wondering if you could list what you guys think the clues are. What bits of information you have?
our last known location of her.
Yep.
And the place where we're going to meet.
Yep. Anything else?
I don't know, Mark.
Yeah, last known location where we're going to meet.
We saw the ship and we were moving away from the ship. So we're not arriving at that island at the same time, right?
Correct.
Or from the same. We weren't heading to the island from the same point.
Right.
Over a long period of time, though, we're pretty much following the same path.
Yes, because one was here, and then you went
the
like, long way, and then you're both gonna
yeah, miles over days of travel is gonna be, we're basically following the same route.
Yeah. Basically, if you took that really big,
whose ship was faster, ours or theirs?
Give me a
that's the
profession sailor.
That's Molgromere.
Yeah.
Because do we need to send the bird ahead or behind?
Look at you thinking there.
Oh, hang on.
I just want to roll a skill check and be done. No, let's puzzle this out. There's a human made we have the freaking train puzzle right here. Yeah. 2 trains leave the station.
All right, Molgromere. Oh, 24 gives what on an aid? An extra +1?
This is your profession sailor, or what is this?
No, this is my monkey helping me with my sailing.
That's a +3.
That's a plus, so +5 for him. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 2 an aid with then 1 extra aid,
and then 1 more profession sailor to figure out whether their boat is faster than ours or not. Yeah. I'm guessing their boat was bigger and faster.
The boat's probably faster. Molgromere profession sailor is. Oh, that's why it's so high. It's +12. Wrong, Molgromere. Okay. +17. Molgromere gets a 36 to keep them.
Yeah, so their boat is faster than your boat by several miles per hour, like 6 miles per hour faster with all sails up. You were basically hauling ass. Give me your geography or your arcana for now that you've got your clues and you've got some numbers.
Yeah. Okay. With the aids.
Yeah, I'll roll
28.
28.
Yep.
30 with the aid, with the other aid.
Aid from Molgromere.
No, you already rolled.
Oh, yeah, this is the one you already failed, so that's fine. Okay, so
No,
a
he
28.
didn't fail. He aided with 11.
Sorry, he didn't. He tried to super aid it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sunwoo, you assuming there's a couple of assumptions in here. Assuming that they went directly towards the shackles and didn't try to follow you, then they are going to be about 3 days ahead of you. If they tried to follow you, you suspect that they are actually a day ahead of you. As in, you think that you're probably blown off course. They should be past you at this point. That, or you might actually bump into one another, like relatively.
So we have a heading that we would send birds.
You have a heading that you would send birds, and assuming that they're trying to go somewhere, they would be ahead of you and in that direction.
Okay. Someone's going to mark that heading, and assuming that nothing bad happens before we prepare spells.
Yeah, big assumption there.
Yeah. Yeah. Ganzorig cast his gravity bow during the fight, so he only has one ranger spell per day. So the next spell will be the animal messenger.
Okay.
Which then flies at, I don't know what speed the small bird flies at.
Let me just. It would be something like maybe one of these.
Like a hawk.
Uh,
A hawk is a tiny animal, and this says it summons a tiny animal. You compel a tiny animal, so we
you compel, so you have to find one.
we still need.
So it's like it has to be a sea fairy. So I'm thinking it's a seagull.
Yep.
Seagull.
Hawk's flight 60. They did not.
We should call it Steven.
A thrush flies at 40, so I'm guessing somewhere around there.
Yeah, so a hawk top speed versus a seagull top speed. They're a give or take half-ish, and I have a feeling that hawk is doing it in a nosedive because that's how they hunt.
Owls fly at 60, so they're kind of cumbersome.
Yeah, so I'm thinking somewhere in the 40-50 kind of range.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which is much faster than a ship. So yeah, this might work. If we do this a couple of times over the next few days, we might actually get in contact with them. Ganzorig saw the ship, so the front of the boat, I guess, is the spot. Oh, so weird. Low level shenaniganry. All right, but first we need to find birds. Well, the spell requires us to actually, find a bird.
We'll have to get closer to land if that's going to happen.
Land is really far away, at least a big enough land. That doesn't mean that there aren't any small shoals or rocky outcroppings or uncharted islands. There's nothing along our chart. It's just like ocean.
It's like, well, there's ocean. You do know that the where that wreck was, there was some rocks that basically do protrude. Yeah. There's a few like low spots in the sea.
Sunwoo's like, I assume there's birds in the sky. He's got one rank in knowledge nature. He's like, there could be birds flying all over the place. Who knows?
Yes, but most of them need to land. They can't fly forever.
Seabirds.
As Marty realizes that Adam has now a big fucking biology chart of seabirds open.
You're right, they do have to land, but some of them land like ducks, Someone's just trying to make things up to biz. Just keep our eye out for birds. Tell the captain to keep an eye out for birds. I assume that this means that we're telling her that we're going to fight her out in the open if she gets angry.
What are we telling her?
Well, end of the day, it's up to the captain, but...
Okay, so we have an option. We have an option to try to contact her early. We also also know we could contact her on our own terms when we get close to the island, or we could just hide in the shackles and... Ooh.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, someone was going to go back down with Molgromere to let everyone know. Yep, we could probably do it. We got a heading. We just need to find a bird now. Yeah, nice bird. I don't know. I haven't seen many birds out here though, aside from the ones that try to kill us. Stupid birds. I'm thinking a seabird or a seagull, some sort of sea duck. There's such things called sea ducks, right?
Yes,
they've all got horrible UK style names. The sooty sheenweeder. What?
Sea ducks.
An Abaddon's shearwater. Parasitic Jaeger.
No, it's gonna be a small bird. I can't do really big birds like those horrible things that tried to eat us.
Yeah, I beat the shit out of baby one of those. Little baby one.
There's a chance that the boat is actually pretty close. Maybe we could send Krim up to go, fly around to see if Krim sees anything. Oh, okay. We'll wait till morning.
I'm fine.
If Krim sees the boat, she's gonna recognize it. Aren't you?
Okay, so we got sort of a plan.
But I'd assume we're gonna tell her. We're gonna tell her then. That's the thing. We have an option. Now it's our job to give Molgromere the options, to give the captain the options, and the captain says, and then whatever fate befalls us because of the bad decision that the captain makes is not our fault.
Leadership. Pretty much what it means.
Leadership.
Flicked his hat.
Molgromere's taking notes. Like, okay. That's what you think. Okay.
Tell Court my boss made me do it.
It would be better to fight her near islands. If our boat gets destroyed.
It's better to fight her on an island. Her ship has distinct advantage over ours. It'll have more magic on it. Her crew is more comfortable on it. If we can move the meeting to an island, we will have a better chance in a fight. And it won't fuck up our ship.
Kind of like the goobers up top that, make the ship go. They're nice. I mean, they're kind of smelly, but I was covered in vomit when I showed up. I mean, who am I to complain?
They're undisciplined.
Yeah, I like them.
They're disciplined enough to get your big ass from here to there. Without them, you'd be stuck at sea in dire starvation. You best remember that. Because last I checked, you can't sail for shit.
You're right.
Are we agreeing?
Molgromere's like, okay, that was easy.
Karen's also confused.
Doesn't. He was told to help out, and he's like, I don't know what rope to pull, man.
Are we aggressively agreeing?
Apparently.
Yeah. Okay. We should craft a message. We should craft a message carefully if we're going to be sending something to her. Yeah.
Well, I think the question is, are we going for an ambush or are we going to try to negotiate?
It's up to the captain.
I want to know what you think.
Aggressive ambush near an island camp. That's this group. Negotiation as soon as possible because she's a nice lady and she'll be fine.
She's a good partner for my friend.
Yep.
That group.
On an island ambush.
Yeah. Within sight of an island.
Grimlear doesn't get a vote. We're just going to do one of those.
Ambusher, teller. I don't like this.
Nah, it's all gonna be bad. We all know it's gonna be bad.
Yeah. I think
No matter what we do, it's gonna be bad. You know that, right?
I think we tell her, but we delay. I'm on kind of, yeah.
Craig's to it like a little, come on, you can do it. Hey, buddy.
We tell her, but Sunwoo wants to delay.
I don't know.
I heard that. Grimsby.
Do I have to make a decision?
No, you don't have to make a decision. I'm asking if you want to. Now is the time to give me your input.
I don't think.
End of the day, it might not matter. Captain might have a totally different plan.
I don't think we're gonna. We're fighting a wizard.
A powerful wizard, yes.
I want to abstain with this one. I'll follow whatever you guys do. Whatever the captain decides.
Yeah, whatever, Captain. Apparently that's a new option, and Gitano's like, yeah, no responsibility.
Jin actually is fine with whatever the captain decides, because that was the agreement to follow the...
Grimsby is also fine with whatever the captain decides.
You have two lawful neutrals, a chaotic neutral, Mark? What is Gitano? Neutral?
Neutral.
And Grimsby's...
Neutral.
Neutral? You got a team, a bunch of neutrals over
He's
there.
neutral with evil tendencies, is what it is.
Okay, Sunwoo thinks pleading to the caster who we've dealt with at some point during the journey and fessing up is the best thing.
She gave us a bunch of stuff. And she likes Ganzorig.
That's not necessarily true.
Sunwoo is clearly guided by hopeful thinking. Like, so's Ganzorig in this weird...
So's Ganzorig incorrect.
in this delusional way.
Have hope, have hate, and have nothing.
Fine. Tell the captain that the crew is divided in their opinions.
Okay, then, we'll do. He looks at Sunwoo, just kind of with his eyes asking, are you coming? Like,
Yep.
not that you have
Divided.
to, but...
Divided. He grabs the charts or whatever.
Oh, Captain, there you are.
So far, what I see is we've done pretty good. Get rid of the fucking thing, but replace it with... Oh, they're telling me something... 7-8 grand worth of booze? Not too bad.
Yes, it's a good haul. We may still have problems, though. Well, I personally still have hope that...
Okay, yeah, but Mr. Potts gives a kind of a scowly look towards Sunwoo. Continue.
I personally have hope that our curse will be transferred now that the other ship was attached to the item.
They have the thing. We got tales of your heroism. You did a good job.
Sunwoo here seems to think we are still cursed because the boat is wet. And he gives him a look like, the wet boat.
Can I give you a demonstration? Yeah, he will burn another gold
he's
piece.
gonna use his woogity now. Okay, here we go.
Someone looks a little bit exasperated. But he will do the
Put a rank in
demonstration.
spellcraft and look how easier.
I will subtract another gold piece worth of alchemical components.
I have to double check and see if I put that rank in spellcrafts yet for the fifth level.
You can give yourself 2 gold pieces back. It's a half of the gold piece
okay.
worth of spell components to make a tinder twig.
Nice.
So
Since
this might be a frequent thing. She's just striking matches, seeing if one light the boat on fire.
detect magic, show him the abjuration. I assume you have no knowledge of the abjuration here. This is a new boat for you too, right?
I was told it wasn't enchanted when we got it.
Well, I think ever since we got the artifact, it has been. Remember the fire spell that was cast? That should have burned our sails.
It should have been dead in the water.
Yep, but it didn't.
I assume you countered it being a war mage.
Oh no, I'm not powerful enough to counter fireballs. I can't.
Molgromere shakes his head like shameful.
I can't wait until I learn fireball. Oh yeah, this. Should the boat be all soggy on the inside? Did you see?
Give me a percentile check, Marty.
Yeah, sure.
It's humid today. I don't know.
65.
Okay. 65. Okay. Yeah, that didn't quite look proper.
Nope, but it's soggy over there, over there, over there. I've done this like 3 times, plus the fireball on our sails. It's the same.
Do we think it will
It's the
go
same.
away with time?
You remember the ghost ship?
Been
When
trying to forget about it.
we were in the nightmare version of the ghost ship, it was very soggy in there. It's almost like the curse is trying to create a new ghost ship. I suspect that rum ship's going to come back and haunt us. Maybe it's going to try to create a ghost armada. Ghost ship armada?
Oh,
That's an awesome idea for an ongoing enemy, the Ghost Armada.
just collecting up the bodies of the dead that you leave in the water.
I don't think the curse is over. At least we have now something to. If we don't get attacked, if we're not,
Well, yeah, I think that is the big test is tonight. Are we attacked?
Or tomorrow.
It is currently like midnight. You left at the beginning of the evening, so it is.
Have we had a sleep cycle yet, or
you haven't had a sleep cycle yet? Your sleep cycle's in the morning because you've been awake at night for the haunting.
And we got attacked at night.
You attacked them during the day.
Oh fuck!
And then you were looting into the evening.
Oh, we're all down on powers and shit. I don't think I even reset them.
Yeah, the ship was spotted at like 5 p.m. You had done an hour worth of naval battling. Then you had a couple hours of looting before sun fell, and then the ghost ship was upon. So we've got an ongoing curse. We're heading towards an island to exchange treasures that we don't have. And a hole full of rum. Or a belly full of rum.
Yeah. I think there are 2 options with slight variance on some of them that Molgromere is going to present to you.
Well, we could run. She seems rather determined to get her stuff back, so she will probably hunt us. We could send a message and try to explain to her, obviously, or we can try to get there and set up an ambush, which will be difficult as they will be there first. If we do choose to fight them, I would rather do it off the ship.
Close to an island.
On an island.
Thoughts on running? Where would you think we run to?
Shackles?
We could hide in the shackles for a while, but they'll catch up with us.
Well, this ship is destined for the shackles, so... I mean, when do we have to make the decision?
In the next day or so. But Ganzorig has a spell where he can send a message with a bird if we can fucking find one. But
would a chicken suffice?
Oh, flying bird. It's gonna fly. Fly. Unless it's a flying chicken. Unless it's a sea chicken that flies.
Now you're just making up birds.
There's like 100. There's like 1,000 different names for birds.
Yeah, sea chicken is not one. It's amazing you couldn't just accidentally find one.
Sea chicken is a very different thing. It is not a bird.
Oh.
It's what's for supper tonight. He chuckles at the captain.
He's like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, very funny.
Very tasty.
Gourmet.
Yeah, if we could capture a bird in the next day or two, we could send a spell out, and there's a good chance, decent chance, that we could send a message between the boats.
What do you propose we say?
Well, that's kind of up to you. Sorry, we lost the thing, or...
If we're just going to fight them on the island, we may as well not bother. But
it's an option. They have been nice to us.
I don't know if we're well equipped to fight a wizard of that. Unless you're telling me different. He's pointing at Molgromere. I don't know that we're equipped for a wizard of that
Molgromere just
ability.
shakes his head from what I've been told. I don't like our odds. We'll take losses for sure.
You don't. Now he's all pointing to Sun Wu. You don't last very long as a pirate if you take unnecessary risk.
Okay.
So, we're going to call the ambush plan Plan C for Kill the Elf.
Like...
Molgromere does not correct the spelling.
Oh, like the letter C. I thought you meant like the ocean C. Okay, Plan C.
Plan A is we're going to go to the shackles and go about our business, and we forgot about it. Sorry.
This is good plan. I like this plan.
Plan B, we get caught and we try to talk our way, we bullshit our way out of it. Now that might turn into Plan C, so if Plan B is happening, I'm expecting you, he's pointing at Molgromere again, be ready for Plan C.
I'll make sure everyone's ready for Plan C.
That big guy, he'll like Plan C.
Actually, he proposed Plan C, yeah.
Oh, the little big guy. Oh, okay.
If he gets his mind right, he'll make a mighty fine pirate.
Yes, but in his own mind, he is the big guy. Trust me.
Your half giant, your other half giant, your ogre guy, he's big, but the other guy is big. Big presence. Big sword energy. He's inspirational. The crew actor.
Okay, I think I understand. Okay. But we should
You
still
see him fumbling around ways of saying charismatic or like leadery.
we should still here's my last silver coin. This goes to the guy who catches the bird.